as you can see behind me, I am at a client's office right now. And I just had to stop, and I'm actually going to go in the other room because I feel like my phone is so good that it may pick up the music that he's playing, which is ironically the whole kind of motivation behind this quick little vlog, because sorry, I wanted to grab my notebook because I just found it really funny. And you know, even though the blog name may have changed, the whole idea is still kind of the same. All of my stuff is live. There's no editing or anything like that. Actually, let me turn the other way. And I just wanted to quickly talk about passive aggressiveness in the workplace. Even though I don't have a typical workplace, I do still experience it, and I experience it in other ways, probably because I'm an entrepreneur, so my workplace situations are mostly like this, where I'm at a client's office or house or wherever. But I just had to share something with you that just, you know, I use my blog to get things off my chest, and this is weighing pretty heavily on me right now. And it's passive aggressiveness in the workplace. And I know that we all experience it. I know that whether you work in a call center, you're a secretary, you know, wherever, you're in the medical field, wherever, you always are experiencing passive aggressiveness in the workplace. And today, this week has been one of those weeks for me where I'm just like, ugh, because I feel like, you know, these are passive aggressive ways to assert, in this particular situation, I believe to be what I believe to be control. And the reason that I say that is because I really don't know anything else. And I do happen to know, because of the psychological background that I have, that sounds a little crazy, but I studied psychology in college and still study it a little bit. But I just happen to know that people do certain things to maintain a certain level of control, especially when they don't have it, right? Or have very little of it in their life. Sorry, my brother just sent me a text. Anyway, so I feel like in this particular situation, because I can only speak about, you know, my personal experiences, I feel like this week has been all about passive aggressiveness. I have a client that I go see pretty much every day, work out of his home, and I do project management for him. And as I'm on my way to the office, because I'm an in-office person, I do I go visit the job sites once, maybe twice a week, pre-planned, so I can dress appropriately, because we live in Arizona, there's dirt, it's hot, etc. Plus I need to know, you know, because I have other appointments after I leave him, so I always try to plan ahead. So this week he calls me on the way, and I'm about 10 minutes away from the office, asking me to meet him at the job site. I'm not dressed appropriately for that, so sorry about that. So I was a little irritated about that, because it's like, dude, I don't want to be out there in the dirt, it's hot, I want to get to my place, I had to go to the bathroom, etc. I get there, I do have a little bit of an attitude, but I calm down a little bit, and I'm willing to come back to the office, only to realize that the office is basically being overwhelmed with fumes from some of the work that we're having done outside the property. Oh, and did I mention that the office is in a property? So I couldn't work in the office, or else I would have probably got some kind of fume poisoning and died. So I drove basically across town for nothing. So I was irritated, right? And when I call in to tell him, you know, I can't do that, I can work from home, what have you, he says, oh yeah, That always happens. So you knew this was going to happen and didn't bother to say anything to me. Sorry, I got to get up and get my steps. I can't just be sitting here doing nothing. So anyway, he knew that I wasn't going to be able to work in this space and didn't bother to say anything to me. Then he texts me later on that day and is like, looks like they're going to be here another day. So, you know, I don't know what you want to do. And the issue that I have with this particular client is I have the full ability. I have a full office and capability to work from home all the time. He likes me to be in his office, and that's fine. I don't have anything else to do. It's just he and I. We can practice, you know, social distancing, etc. But then you also expect me to work during my off time for you as well. So in my mind, it makes no sense to drive the commute every single day, or, you know, however many days he schedules me, because you can go onto my website and just schedule however many days you want with me. So I have very little control over my scheduling. No, but anyway, I'm just like, really? We couldn't have communicated that a little better so I could, you know, be properly dressed to be on the job site all day, you know, what have you. I mean, just a little common courtesy. I don't know. Then I get to the office finally, and I'm like sitting there because the music is playing. He's got a system, a house-wide system. His office is in his house, but I have no controls over it. So you have this music playing very loudly in the background, and I can't turn it down. I can't turn the station. So you have all of the controls. Why? You're not even here. I just don't understand. So all I can think is this. I feel like this is just the universe's way of telling me that, you know, you need to stop. You need to stop tripping over things you can't control. And just really focus on the things that you can. You can't control him feeling away, even though I had nothing to do with the events of this week. And just be positive, because that's all I can really do, you know. I think that it's important to always be able to find the positives in those negatives, and that's, you know, what I'm doing with this particular situation. So hopefully I can do a vlog of the great experience that you can have with a client instead of about being passive aggressive. It's not really my thing, but what can you do?